Hello and welcome to the 9th installment in my favourites of 2021 series. Today is the turn of the worst, because obviously when I'm finding the best of the best, you have to siphon through the mediocre and the just bad. And I've seen a lot of bad this year. Now, obviously, this is just my opinion. Everybody's skin is different. If something that you absolutely love features in this video, it doesn't mean that you're using a bad product. It just means it works for you and it doesn't work for me. So let's get straight on with it. If you're new here, hi, welcome. My name's Gemma. I upload new videos on YouTube every single week. I'm also on Instagram if you fancy checking me out over there. And I'd really appreciate it by the end of this video if you click that subscribe button, also the notification bell, and the like button if you fancy it. I mean, it all helps. Okay, so I have a bag of what I would usually call goodies next to me. Today we have a bag of baddies. This first item that I've just pulled out of the bag is from NYX. Now, NYX is one of my favourite affordable brands, but this was just bad. It did not like my skin. It gave zero coverage and just made me look like I'd ran a marathon and forgotten to have a shower. This is the NYX Bear With Me Luminous Tinted Serum. And luminous is an understatement. I looked like I had just dumped my face in a vat of oil when I tried this. It emphasized all my imperfections. It emphasized my texture. This sat in my dryness. It did everything that I didn't want it to do. Plus, I absolutely detest the bottle. I'm not quite sure what they were thinking with this little cow's udder teat thing here. It's cumbersome to use. I can't get the product out properly with one hand, so I'm having to do it with two hands and get it out on a little palette in front of me, which isn't my preference. Could I be any more negative about this product? Probably not. I didn't like it. I really didn't. And to top it all off, they've discontinued one of my favourite NYX products, the NYX Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil, which I think is probably my favourite tinted moisturiser of all time, including the high-end tinted moisturisers. I think the NYX Tinted Skin Veil is unbelievable and you're not going to be able to get it now. And I think this is what they've replaced it with, and it's naff. So that was just the kicker for me. If you really love this and you're on your second or third bottle because you wear it all the time and you couldn't think of wearing anything else, I'm really eager to hear from you because I would love to know what you like about this, whether you like the packaging, how it sits on your skin, what's your skin type, how it wears through the day, because this just doesn't work for me at all. Like, at all. Next product. This is from Nails Inc. and it's the Get Lit Light Up Glitter Polish. Now, I feel a little bit conned, and it's probably because I didn't read the small print, so completely my fault. The polish inside here is actually quite pleasant. It's a pretty polish. It's got a few little glittery bits in there. I'm not quite sure you'll see them with the light on it. A few little glitter particles in there, and it's perfectly nice. But why? Like, seriously, why? I just don't understand. It's very gimmicky. One of my subscribers, when I mentioned this previously in one of my faves and fails, said, well, it might be quite nice if you hang a ribbon off it and put it on the tree as an ornament. Completely agree. I just don't understand this product. And for Nails Inc., who are usually amazing, I think they've been advised quite poorly here, because I don't see Nails Inc. as a brand that caters for teeny bopper teenagers, and this is a teeny bopper teenager product. I mean, it says get lit. It also says turn me on to light me up. This really turns me off. Moving on to the next baddie, this really didn't work for me at all. If this works for you, please get in touch. I want to know what I'm doing wrong. This is the Umbra Tint Physical Daily Defense Sunscreen from Drunk Elephant. It's got an SPF of 30 in here, and it is a mineral tinted sunscreen. This is lumpy. This comes out lumpy. This spreads lumpily. Is that even a word? It is now. You can see the lumps in this formula. This is just out of the tube, and this spreads on the skin as if it's pilling the rest of your skincare. And at first I thought it was. And then I tried it without any skincare on whatsoever. It's actually the formula of this that is pilling inside itself. I mean, look, it's lumpy. It's just a lumpy formula. It's just awful. It's absolutely awful. Plus the tint is slightly too deep for me. This does make me look like I've got a nice tan. So if I could figure out why this formula was lumpy, I might like it a little bit more. But at the minute, no. The next product that was just bad is from Catrice. This is the Pro Slim eyeshadow palette in the shade Lavender Breeze. Now, it looks very pretty, but I can see just by looking at these shadows that they are powdery and hard and chalky. They don't look remotely expensive. Now, I have tried some Catrice shadows before and they are not like this. It is this palette that is a dud, and I thought I may have got a duff one. I went back to store, got a completely different batch, swatched them, exactly the same. It's this palette that is just awful. So this is not all Catrice palettes, but it's definitely this one. This is affordable, but I would actually call it cheap because it is not nice. And there are far nicer affordable palettes out on the market that offer some sort of pigment, because these are so hard and chalky. Once you've got them on the lid, unless you apply glue to the lid, the pigment disappears as the day goes on. Very, very little colour payoff in any of these shadows, apart from this one here in Deep, but that even disappears throughout the day. I don't like this at all. Have you grasped that? Am I putting those vibes across to everybody? Yeah, it's just cheap. It's these sort of eyeshadow palettes that are affordable that give all affordable eyeshadow palettes a bad name. If you tried this, if it was your first affordable eyeshadow palette that you ever bought and then you vowed never to buy another affordable eyeshadow palette, please give them a go. Revolution have some amazing ones. Catrice also have some amazing ones. Elf have some amazing ones as well. NYX also have some great ones. It's just this one. It's rubbish. The next product finding itself well and truly in the naughty bin is from MAC, and this is the MAC Magic Extension Mascara. Now, I have had a lot of success with a lot of MAC mascaras in my time. I've tried a lot of them and pretty much liked them all. Not so for this one. So this is supposed to make your lashes really, really long. It didn't do that for me. In fact, it just made my lashes look horrific. This is a very quick drying formula. We went off to a really good start because I really like the wand that you apply the mascara with. I think it's just the right size. You can get really deep down to the base of the lash to get really good coats on those top lashes. It's small enough to get a really good coat on the lower lashes without getting the formula absolutely everywhere. The unfortunate thing for me, the fibres within this mascara and the fact that it was so quick drying made my lashes bobbly. My lashes ended up looking like a very loved woolen sweater. You know, when it looks beautiful at the beginning, but when it's really, really loved, it's got all these little bobbles and balls all over it. Very much the same as how my lashes looked with this mascara. So each and every lash had a little ball on the end, like I decorated it for Christmas with some baubles. It's just not how I wanted my lashes to look. And sometimes I even got the bubbles up the lashes as well. I tried for 4 days to get the best out of this mascara and ended up putting it in the naughty bin after day 4 because the results got worse and worse and worse as the formula thickened. So I know a lot of people love this mascara, but it's definitely not for me. So I've spoken about this next product a couple of times on my channel. I think it's been in a faves and fail in the fail category, and it's also been in a video titled Save Your Money. This is from Charlotte Tilbury and it's the Cryo Recovery Eye Serum. I didn't like this. The end of it was really nice because it's got a metal end on it. It was very cooling to apply underneath the eye. The problem with this was, once it dried down, it balled up on me. So anything that I applied over the top of this just balled up. The effects of the formula I like, but how the product sits on the skin, I don't. So yeah, it feels really nice if you don't apply anything over the top of it. It sinks in really nicely, very, very quick to sink into the skin. But then there's that little portion of the product that sits on the top of the skin surface, dries down to that powdery finish. It's as if it's sort of tightening the skin. And then if you apply anything over the top of it, whether that be makeup or SPF, it's just a bit of a mess. So this is a product that I will save because I actually like the effects of this for days that I'm not wearing anything over the top, which means days that I'm not leaving the house because I can't even put SPF over the top of this. And anyone that has watched my channel regularly will know that SPF it's non-negotiable for me if I am leaving the house or sitting near a window. So it's for those days where I'm going to be sitting in the dark. Moving on to another product that I was gutted about when I first got it. I ran out and bought this product as soon as it was available in the UK. This is the Dior Backstage Face and Body Powder No Powder. I was so excited to try this. I ordered this in a couple of different shades because, as per usual, the US got this before the UK and there were reports of the shades not quite matching. They were slightly darker than their foundation shades. This is supposed to be not only a setting powder but also a finishing powder. You should be able to buff this into the skin to melt all the rest of your products into one, just to make everything seamless. It just sat in every single little bit of dryness and made my skin look like it was crusty and horrid. It really wasn't great on me. But also, any little bit of oiliness that I had, it just went straight to it and was a bit of a cakey mess within seconds. So I'm not quite sure who this is targeted for. I've got a feeling you've got to have pretty perfect normal skin to get away with this. Again, I'm sure there's going to be people that are going to love it, but just because it's got a Dior label on it for me, and we all know how I feel about Dior. I love Dior foundations, I love Dior eyeshadows, lipsticks. This was a no-go for me. I was not seduced by the Dior label. I'm just sad that I bought 2 shades because it was a real waste of money for me. The penultimate product in this video goes to Milani. Again, you all know I love Milani. Milani have some of the best quality products for the price on the market. In fact, not even for the price, they have some of the best quality products. They are an amazing brand. I just didn't understand this. This is a tint, so these are the supercharged brightening under eye tints, and I got these in 2 shades. These sold out absolutely everywhere. Everybody was raving about these, so when I eventually got them, I was excited to try them, and I was sort of a little bit confused. I just didn't understand why everyone was raving about them, because these did nothing for me. So the tint is minuscule. The brightening effects of this were okay. They does have some light reflection in here to help to disguise your under eye circles. And these do have some lovely ingredients in there to hydrate your under eye, but that's what I use an eye cream for. I wanted these to have a little bit more coverage than they did, and they pretty much did nothing for my under eye circles. And the last product in this video I actually haven't spoken about on my channel before. I was hoping that this was going to be a product that I would be able to fit in to an amazing drugstore, better than high-end video. It didn't work out that way, so I had high hopes for this. This is the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Glow Stick, and it looks lovely in the tube, and even on the back of my hand I thought, yep, I can get along with that. That is the right amount of luminosity. There's no sparkle in there. This is right up my street. Unfortunately, this didn't dry down on my skin, so when I had it on, I just felt like I'd pressed oil on the tops of my cheekbones, and that oily feeling never went away. And it's one of those products that remains tacky. Gust of wind, hair, sticking to the face. Those sorts of products just aren't for me. Because this remains tacky, if you touch it, it lifts. So although I didn't waste a lot of money buying this because it was super affordable, I was still left disappointed. I wouldn't wear that in a million years. So that's it for my worst of the worst of 2021. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Let me just reiterate what I said right at the beginning of this video. If you use some of these products and you love them, that is amazing. Everyone's skin is different. This is just my personal opinion, and these products just didn't work for me. So I'm glad if they work for you, and do let me know how you got them to work for you in the comments section. I'm really eager to know. Hope to see you all in the next video. Bye everyone.